I almost didn't do Mixler today. I should be doing more of it. Jose says, "Sup, John?"
Hey, man. How are you, Jose?
How are we sounding on Mixler? All good, I think. Kennedy, are we ready?
Yeah, I think so. All right, we're good.
We're good.
We're good. We're
live?
good. We're good.
Oh, okay. Can we start?
Yes, we can start.
All right, let's do this. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and...
Yeah, your audio's not playing. I should have known this was going to happen.
Did you? Well, that's just a few clicks, right? So we got no audio going out?
No, we have audio going out. Is your audio? I'm only getting your mic. All your other stuff is not working.
That's fine. It's fine. We're past it. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Liquid Lunch live on a Thursday. As per the usual, we come crashing into a show, kind of sort of working. So there you go. It's like much like society nowadays. No sense in wasting time because, well, I guess we could waste all the time because nobody's got to go to work. Well, actually, I do today. But let's get right into it. John O'Hara is with us today from Fortress Beer Works. Take that beautiful bean footage there. You saw Kennedy already. Boom! John O'Hara. How are you, sir?
Hey, guys. I'm good, man. Well, I think I'm good. I do not have coronavirus. That's good, right?
That's great. Not yet. None of us have it yet. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you. Saturday, 2 days from now.
Yeah. Is it going exactly how you'd planned?
Exactly how I planned. It's, we had a pretty big event planned, and we were going to do crawfish and axe throwing and live music all day from a mix of local guys. And we had a pretty big day planned that has now been somewhat impacted. But we're going to reschedule. Right now we're targeting May 16th.
Okay.
Hopefully kind of when we're coming back out of everything. So. Yeah.
I'll say this. I'm not a soothsayer or a medium, at least not full time. But I don't know. Like, if it doesn't last forever, then I think on the back end, this thing's going to be. I think it's going to be really big on the back end. I think you have to be, optimistic about it. I just think people are going to be so ready to get out there and be around other people. And and Jose says his kids love playing on the dirt pile at Fortress. So. He was planning on going to your anniversary party.
So everybody who tells you that you need a full playground is wrong. You just need a pile of dirt. It is going to unfortunately the pile of dirt might be gone by the reopening because we're actually going to have some kids jungle gym stuff installed at that point. So, But the dirt pile will be there until then.
Okay. Well, that one can only hope. That the dirt pile's still there. I would imagine resourcing and getting another pile of dirt, could be a possibility at some point, I guess.
It's pretty straightforward. We can definitely, and we don't charge. The pile of dirt's free.
Yeah, you got a guy. You got a dirt guy.
We got a guy. So May 16th. I agree with you, man. I think once we kind of come out of this, I'm optimistic. People are going to be wanting to support small business and I've probably been pinned up in the house for way too long with friends, family, and kids, and so I think I'm excited about when we come out of it.
Yeah, me too. I'd be remiss if I didn't point out that they're on the other side of this camera pushing some buttons. Are you ready for this as yet unnamed entity that's always on the show? Can I do that to you?
Yeah, but there's not going to be any music to go along with it. You want me to do it anyway?
No, I'll do it. You know how long it is, right?
I mean, sorta.
All right.
It's going to be weird without the music playing, though. You want me to do it? All right, screw it. I'm doing it anyway. Here
we go. Later, there's to your screen left, to my screen right in front of me. It's Kennedy. Boom. There you go.
It's not the same without the music.
I would say I feel like it's not the same without the music. But.
I thought the music. Let me see. Yeah, let me play that again and see if I can't get it to come to you. You ready for this? Are you hearing yourself?
Yeah. No, I'm not hearing myself.
All right. How about now? You hearing it now?
No.
Chug another beer.
By the way, there we go.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Kennedy.
You have another beer to chug? You can hear it now, right?
I could chug the whole crowler.
Yeah, you got to do that. You got to make up. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
By
you
the
got to pour
way,
some more back in there, and we'll play it again.
by the way, Great Heights makes a pretty decent Kolsch. It's very chuggable.
Let's see. Let's pour the rest of that in there. We got to do it again. If we're going to do this, let's do it right.
Do you want the show to keep going?
I mean, if you're going to chug
Or do you want me
beer,
to be drunk within the first 30 seconds of the show?
sounds good to me.
Oh.
Are you going to do it?
No, I'm not going to do it. Give me okay, I'll chug the rest of it and give me 5 minutes.
Okay.
Then I'll chug the other one.
All right. Well, there you go. So there's Kennedy. He's getting ready to. Oh, y'all want to go ahead and talk about what time it is, Kennedy? Are you ready for that, or do you need to?
Well, I mean, there's serious questions to be asked here.
Yeah. So let everybody look at your lunch and tell me, or look at your lunch. Look at your watch. And tell me what time it is.
It's time for your favorite segment and mine here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
good.
And John, you are our guest. You get to go first. What are you drinking?
So I'm having a Martin House campfire.
Oh.
See that?
Yeah.
Because if you can't go, 11.6% barrel age in the middle of the day on Thursday, you do.
No, I don't know.
So it's quite good, actually. Martin House clearly is pushing the distribution in Houston pretty hardcore because they're popping up everywhere with a bunch of different beers.
Mm-hmm.
So I've kind of been working my way through some of their offerings. This is a good one. It's a Campfire is a whiskey barrel aged imperial s'mores stout, 11.6%. It's good. It's good.
Sounds like it's got a lot. It's got smoky flavors.
It does a bit.
Okay.
It's good. It's not doesn't punch in the face. Doesn't taste like 11.6%, which is good.
Yeah, or it can be dangerous. But either way, we like it. I today am drinking.
We don't
classic.
care. I'm kidding.
What?
I said we don't care.
What I'm drinking? You don't care?
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm drinking an Alyssa IPA from St. Arnold. Boom. With
that's an OG.
Yeah, with proper glassware. Something about this IPA glass, and I don't know, maybe it's something about it. It's just makes this beer sing just a little clear.
Save that bottle for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
What are you drinking?
So I went to Great Heights, and which is about a mile away from where I live, last night. And just really quickly, I'm going to point out, we'll probably do these later, but they're going to be open from 3 to 8, selling their beer to go. Just cool. FYI. So Julie and I cruised in about 7 o'clock last night, and got a Kolsch. And I got a Crowler, the Fruity Pebbles, but I drank that last night. And then I also have their
You want to be on TV?
Mo Inclined. It is their farmhouse ale.
Okay.
Then if I get to it,
is that some homebrew?
This is my latest homebrew. My oatmeal cookie monster stout. So I was hoping to drink this in the studio, but
What,
I'm not allowed in some places.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're social distancing. I've been trying to implement that since the show began.
So, have you guys been doing instead of shaking people's hands? Have you been doing elbow bumps? Elbow bumps.
No.
I've had a remarkable amount of people still try and shake my hand.
Really?
Yeah, people don't even blink, right? So I've elbow bumps and waves, I think, is what I try and stick to.
Yeah, I go with the low point. We've been out, we'll go do walks around.
How low? Like you tap toes?
No, the low point. Hey, I see you over there as I cross the street. Because we'll do a walk around the neighborhood, around the block or whatever, and you see somebody, and then you automatically cross the street like you're in a dangerous neighborhood, but it's like a friend of my kids. They're 9 years old, riding their scooter. So you cross the street to keep your distance because you never know. and you just give them the low point. Hey, I see you over there. How's it going? A lot of knowing nods and smiles and whatever. I don't know. Yeah, embrace the awkwardness, I guess.
Sure, why not?
Jose has a very unique, greeting for people.
I'm afraid to ask.
Yeah, don't ask. It does keep people away, but might be slightly illegal. So we. Anyway, y'all can't see that chat. You have to listen to the audio side to get that.
Slightly illegal.
Yeah, no, it's all the way illegal, but it does work to keep that social distancing. I'll say that. So it's a form of pointing. It's a form of pointing. I'll leave it there.
You know the one biggest thing I've learned from all this is how much I love to touch my face.
Oh, I'm the worst.
It seems like I can't go like 10 minutes without touching my face. I'm like, no. And it's a constant struggle to not see. I want to scratch my eyeball right now just talking about it.
Why do you think that is? Do you think you did it that much to begin with, or that it's now that it's just a faux pas?
I think I've always done it. It's just it's just been involuntary. And now that I'm thinking about it, it's like I'm touching it constantly.
Yeah,
it's one more thing for my wife to get on my ass about.
John, I want to talk about what Fortress is doing this weekend. You've got going on. Are we near the weekend? This is Thursday, right? The days are all blended.
I mean, are weekends even a thing at this point?
I don't know.
Days are definitely blending.
Yeah, it's going to get weird. But start on Saturday. It was going to be the big party, but if you can't do a big party, let the party go with the people. That's as they say.
Yeah, we've been doing crawfish every other Sunday, and it's been a massive hit. And we decided, what's a way we can kind of do some things to go and keep the anniversary kind of rolling. So we decided crawfish to go and beer to go.
Awesome.
And swag and whatnot. So yeah, and I think we've already. And it shows you how good the community is, in that we basically put a link that allows for pre-purchase or prepay, and then if people want to just pull up, they don't have to get out of their car. And we've already sold like $1,000 in crawfish, so it's pretty exciting, man. The community and is just kind of rallying, right, which is a good feeling.
Yeah, no, that is good. Wow. Okay.
So, what our hope is, when they get there, if they get out and they get a beer and they walk really slowly, you can probably kill a couple of beers while you're picking up your to-go.
Yes. If you're, absolutely. You might even be able to, like, on the way to the car, kill some crawfish. If there's just a trail of crawfish leading.
We'll gladly clean that up. We will gladly clean that up.
This is my hope for this whole thing. I want for. They were this morning there's like a daily press conference now with the president and all their people. But I'm wanting desperately for the cure to be found in beer or something like crawfish or something. It's like, it turns out that if you consume your weight in crawfish, that it completely destroys the virus and you're actually immune, and you put off immunity to everybody within a 10-foot radius. That's kind of my hope.
Or a combination of beer and crawfish, right? That would be the ideal.
Yeah, you had to combine them. It was like we didn't know until, and then this weekend we find out, and then everybody's saved because Fortress had their 1-year anniversary and then supplied all the mud bugs and the beer you could possibly want. So
yeah, therefore, Fortress Beer Works ends up saving the entire world.
I think that's
through crawfish.
It seems pretty plausible. I mean, it seems like I can't think of what else there could be. So I say double down on that bet. Hey, Rudy's watching. What's up, Rudy and Jody?
Well,
got the whole crew out today.
Well, Rudy's
Linda.
not at school.
No, he's not. Hey, Rudy, since you're watching, it's why we got you for a second. Okay, I've been trying to, everybody, we need to harp on Kennedy about this. He's a little reluctant. So this is where we're going to encourage him. But since we're going to have a lot more time at home, we want to do more shows. I want to do more shows. Kennedy wants to. He just doesn't know it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to do another one tomorrow. And then we're probably going to need a musical guest. So, Rudy, if you want to play tuba via Skype, play your greatest hits or something, I think that'd be a fun show.
Do you know Freebird on tuba?
I bet he does.
I'm sure he does.
Hold on, but John, you're the guest. What would you want Rudy to play on tuba?
I'm not sure. Freebird. I'm a giant Justin Bieber fan. So thinking maybe some Bieber or something like that.
That's the fever you want, is the Bieber fever.
Well, we also want people to watch, not tune out.
Listen, just because you're not down with the Biebs doesn't mean that it's not good. You got to expand your musical horizons, there, Kennedy. That Biebs, he's a talented guy.
Do I?
Yeah. Jeffrey's watching too. Hey, Jeffrey.
Hey, Jeff.
So that's another. Yeah, we need to get some. I wonder how the delay and everything would work with like a homebrewed brass ensemble like Skype session.
Oh no, he left us.
No, it's fine. He'll be back.
He got fed up and took off.
I had a dog trying to infiltrate. We were going to end up with some barking if we weren't careful.
Oh, what kind of dog do you have?
I have 3 English bulldogs.
Oh. Like all the jowls.
Yes, all the gas, all the slobber.
I was just going to ask, is it like you're cleaning up slobber like constantly?
Pretty much, and you get very like fart tolerant if you have English bulldogs.
It's like living with Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I don't drool that much.
Oh yeah. Jody wants Rudy to play Jolene by Dolly Parton. That would be a good one on tuba.
That would be a good one.
Yeah. Oh man, that's what we need to do. Rudy, okay. I'll message you after the show. We'll work out some details, but we definitely need some tuba. So anyway, are you good? Can we do this more? Can we do more shows? Get more people to drop in?
I think what you should think about doing a show like on location at a brewery and have some food trucks and people can swing through and get food truck to go and get beer to go and then wave at you guys from a distance.
That's true. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I think Josh is scared to get within 10 feet of me.
I am, but I'm saying I have 15-foot mic cable, so it's all good.
That's not really tied to coronavirus, though. I don't think, is it?
No, that's just life. That's just Kennedy and Jim.
That's just clean health, right?
I know Kennedy too well. I do want to point out that I'm wearing my "I Survived the Black Plague" Brigadoon Brewery shirt, so everybody's got to get your mind right for this thing. So.
All right, since you're talking T-shirts, Julie got me this T-shirt, and I would probably be in trouble if I didn't show it off.
We'll do it.
So here it goes.
There you go. Hey, you can totally see your nipples. Just kidding. He's a little self-conscious there, John, wearing a white shirt.
I haven't owned a white T-shirt in like 20 years.
Jody wants to know, where is Jules currently?
Jules is working.
Really?
Yeah, everybody else gets all this time off for coronavirus, and she's working. She's got to be around people.
Oh, well.
As soon as she gets home, I make her change her clothes.
Smart. What? Yeah, Jose says he's still working. So shout out to everybody still working. I actually have to work tonight. Our work schedule has been reduced, but still 2 days, 4 off, or something like that.
What does one do when there's no sports?
Not much.
Yeah, there is not much at all. Man, it was one of those things. Okay, so look behind the curtain. We don't talk about it too much. I think everybody kind of knows what we do, though. Kennedy and I work in sports television.
Yeah, we bring it up a lot.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it just, like, you think, okay, we'll be guarded from pretty much everybody's going to want to watch sports. And then in the snap of a finger, it was just all gone.
Yeah. They were supposed to still have sporting events just with no fans in the stadiums, the arenas. And then one of the NBA players got coronavirus, and that just, everything just went to shit after that.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, I think everybody talks about how weird it is and kind of like wants to share their experience, but it's literally everybody going through pretty much the same thing. So I don't know. It's just it's obviously it's the weirdest time ever in the history of my life and most people's lives, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's like what I kind of read there that Italy did the full country shelter in place, and that's the first time in the recorded history that a democracy has forced a shelter in place on their society.
Well, they did it. They did that in China real quick.
Yeah, keyword democracy, right? That's
Right.
they were welding people into their condos in China.
Yeah.
Were they really?
They
Were
absolutely.
They welding doors shut so they couldn't leave their apartments.
Oh my God.
In Wuhan, China, no one could leave at all. But they did contain it.
It did work. It did work.
I guess you do what you got to do, I suppose. Okay, so since we can't get out as much as possible, or as any at all, but we can. You only get out for the essentials. You brave the grocery store. Have you guys bought any ammo? I have some ammo. I haven't bought any. I have this urge to go get like just a couple more boxes. Am I alone in that? Or
Well, I don't know about you, John, but you're not a good Texan unless you're already stockpiled with a bunch of ammo.
I was gonna say,
I'm good there.
yeah, I was gonna say that I'm pretty stocked up on ammo. So
Yeah.
if things go real, I mean, if I need more than what I have, the wheels have come off the wagon. I'll put it that way.
Okay, that's all right. So most people, that seems Jose's saying the same thing.
Yeah, good Texans are stocked. Come on.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've got some. I just feel like I could use a little more, and anyway, it just doesn't feel good, just to kind of hold. I don't know. Anyway,
I haven't heard. I wonder if people are like rushing out to stock up on ammo.
I would imagine.
I mean,
I would.
to
I would
me,
think so.
it would make more sense that people run out and stock up on ammo before they stock up on toilet paper.
I would agree.
But
Yeah.
it seems like toilet paper is the most important commodity when having to stay in your house forever.
Jeffrey's saying he needs to stock up on brew supplies. I wonder what the the availability of just a big bag of 2-row is right now. I don't know. But you got to get it to you though.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I was gonna brew next week. I'm running low on supplies.
Yeah, I wonder. I've heard breweries obviously are doing beer to go and drive by and things like that. Any homebrew stores? Anything you've heard anything from homebrew stores about?
I don't know.
to-go grains?
That's something I should have checked up on before the show. Not real sure. Jeffrey, he might know. I don't know if Brendan's watching already. But homebrew stores, we good to go there?
I would think it's probably going to be boon for them, right? I mean, I would think about a bunch of people are about to be brewing.
Yes. Yeah, that's how it goes. It starts with okay, so John, let me ask you this. When it comes to, so now you're able to produce plenty of beer, but as far as like supply chains and ingredients and all that kind of stuff, do you see where the biggest concern is? Like what, I don't know, obviously there's a concern with all of that because you just don't know, but I don't know. What am I asking? What's the...
I think for what we do from a brew perspective, the supply chain tends to be made up in the U.S., right? So it's U.S. hops, U.S. grains, those things. So we haven't seen much of a disruption at this point. We have cans on order for Crowler machine, and it's gone really quiet. So I think there's starting to be some choke points on hardware sort of things, right? So we'll see how that kind of progresses. But I would say today we are not seeing any significant impact on kind of the supply chain side of things.
Okay. All right. It sounds like, and again, I don't know. I just watch, 5 minutes of an hour and a half press conference or, read a couple of headlines. And it's like Trump says that the trade will be fine and we're closing down the Canadian border, but the trade's still there. And I don't know. I think, again, another thing that'll come out, here's a prediction, write this down and then throw it away if I'm completely wrong. But I think like drone trucks and drone delivery and all that kind of stuff probably ramps up pretty heavy after this.
I agree. I think there's going to be some significant impact on I think it could change without getting real philosophical, right? There's a bunch of people about to figure out you can probably get a lot of your college education remotely. So I think there'll probably be a significant impact on universities. I think how we deliver, how we pick things up. I think, yeah, you're right. I think you're about to see a real significant shift.
And I also probably like I know for me, I'm a hugger. I like to hug, and so this has been
You've never given me a hug.
That's not true. I've hugged you before.
That's the 15-foot rule, right?
All right. Okay. You've never given me a sober hug.
Okay, that's true. That is true. But okay, I'm a hugger with an asterisk. Does not include Kennedy. But it's I don't know. Like when this thing's over, I'm probably gonna go on a hugging spree. But at the same time, you kind of have to pick and choose. Like you gotta get your hugs in where you can. I don't know. I just
you got to be careful. We are in a Me Too society too, though. So if we get overly get too excited with the hugs, we could start to go that direction too.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. The bro hugs typically a little heartier, So you get a little more satisfaction from the bro hug.
Well, with the bro hugs, that you include the slap on the back, and the more bro-y it is, the harder you're slapping.
Right, but I think that gets like what you call it? Those that gets the what are those things in your brain? The not endorphins, but the whatever, the feel good chemical.
Endorphin rush.
Yeah. It's the more smacks, the more it kind of drives them into your bloodstream, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Jeffrey says he thinks. Jeffrey says Omega Yeast is closing. Is that just for
good?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Is that just temporarily or? And then he says he thinks Preston is open there at the grain cellar, so we need to find out.
Yeah, I'll be bottling / kegging my next batch tomorrow because we were originally going to have a homebrew competition for the Rogue Brewers, but our meeting is canceled. Our March meeting got canceled, so I've got 5 gallons of West Coast IPA.
Well, I know what you can do with it.
You mean other than drinking it?
No, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh. Yeah, so I'm actually set on beer for a while.
West Coast, okay, so West Coast IPA a bit difficult to cook with. You can do like some dressings and things like that, but you can't you don't want to cook it down because anytime you boil like hops like that, it's going to get a little harsh when you're cooking like soups or something like that. Stouts can you cook with all day long, right?
Yeah.
Why are we cooking all these beers? We should be drinking these beers at this point. We're in an emergency scenario.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if you need to get some more vitamin Cascade. What hops did you use on that West Coast IPA there, Kennedy?
Cascade and Centennial.
There you go. Some vitamin C. If you need more vitamin C.
Yeah. All just 2 different hops. I got some good advice from Sean at New Magnolia. He told me He told me Centennial, Cascade only, and 10% crystal malt. So we'll see if his advice works or not.
Usually the simpler the better, right?
Yeah.
How is New Magnolia? I haven't had a chance, obviously, with kind of a lot of stuff going on. How is that spot?
So since we've really talked last, John, I used to live in Spring, Fortress being the closest brewery to me. I've since moved to Garden Oaks.
Oh, aren't you bougie?
Yeah, well,
bougie, almost interlooper now.
Well, I mean, I'm literally like a half mile from the loop. No, Jules and I moved in together.
Congratulations.
So anyway, my point is I'm about a mile and a half from 6 breweries, and New Magnolia is one of those breweries. So I've been there a few times, and their beers are fantastic.
Excellent.
They do a really good job.
They have a slow pour with their Pilsner that they do the slow pour. Something about that where you have to sit there and wait for it and all that. The head builds up. It's like this creamy, awesome thing. I like that. I like the anticipation's the best ingredient.
Yeah, and the head has a consistency of like meringue.
Yeah.
It's
very nice.
It's good stuff.
So where are they located exactly?
They're in the Heights. on Beavis Street.
Bevis. It's Bevis.
It's Beavis. To me, it will be Beavis Street.
There's no A.
I don't care. It's
Okay.
close enough.
All right, we need to get word on some Humber. Jeffrey is giving his list. He needs CO2 as well. He needs two-row. He needs CO2. He needs yeast. He basically needs everything. So
Yeah. And he
right,
needs
I'm
to
gonna-
keg today. I'm kegging tomorrow.
you're kegging tomorrow.
Yeah.
You have plenty of CO2.
I think so. I gotta check.
Is it hard to get right now?
I don't know. I don't think so. I
I didn't think so either.
mean, I don't know if any homebrew. Do you guys? Can I stop over at Fortress and get some CO2 from you guys?
You got to buy crawfish and beer to go, but absolutely.
I will say this. I don't think John mentioned this before, but the deal on the crawfish on Corona Apocalypse,
Yeah.
$25. Right? For 3 pounds of crawfish
And your beer.
and a beer.
Yeah.
What? Which of your beers would you say pairs best with crawfish?
The honey amber. So we've been boiling crawfish every other Sunday, and we have definitely nailed that the honey amber is what goes well.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it seems to fit really well with the crawfish.
Yeah. I don't know. Some people say that like hops. To me, hops amplify heat. So you want to, if you want something to kind of curtail, you want to enjoy the heat, but then mellow it out. Yeah, amber go great.
The amber's good. I feel like that's like staying in that Abita vein too, right? So you kind of get in that Abita crawfish vibe. It seems to align, right?
Yeah. What's the seasoning on the crawfish? Can you give away those secrets? Is it?
It's not really too big of a secret. It's your standard kind of seasoning bags, lemon, onion. Of course, we do potatoes and mushrooms. But yeah, it's more of a timing thing, I would say. I think the magic is not so much in the season as is the timing and the process.
Time of the boil, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and how you let it sit. So I've had somewhat of a sensei, a registered kunas that's been doing it, that I've been kind of assisting, kind of getting the process down for the last I guess 5 or 6 crawfish Sundays. So there's definitely an art to the timing. I think is what I would say.
John, are you involved in the crawfish boiling process?
I am.
Oh, wow.
You will see my smiling, happy face working boiling crawfish. So,
wow.
So
what?
Bad is that I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing, but they've turned out really good. They've been popular. It's been getting busier and busier every Sunday. So every Sunday that we do it. What's
the prep for the crawfish? Obviously, they're live when you get them. I've seen different techniques and that sort of thing. So what is your when you sit with your guru?
Flush well. We definitely flush well. We kind of bring to a boil, get the big cookers ready. Clean crawfish is a big piece of it, right? So we make sure we thoroughly rinse, kind of rinse and purge.
All right. So you are purging. That's a big thing. Because there's nothing worse than like when you're taking off that crawfish tail and the poop string is full of poop.
Well, I'd say I should clarify. I wouldn't call it a full purge, but we're cleaning well. How's that?
Okay.
The poop's a little bit of the flavor, I think, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think so.
I'm always a little bit freaked out and I always take out the poop string.
Do you? See,
yeah.
Where I came from and where I kind of growing up, if you didn't eat quickly, you didn't get any.
Yeah.
And so if you start pulling poop strings, you're probably going to fall behind and not get much crawfish.
It's just dirt, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to hurt you or anything. I mean, it's been boiled. To me, it's just like, it's all in my head, I think. And I've got to I see that poop string, it's got to come out.
Yeah. If it's easy to take out, I might just kind of rub it out. But if it's not, I don't even worry about it. I will say, excitingly, with all this closures, crawfish dropped like 50 cents a pound this week.
Ooh. Oh. So, just out of curiosity, How many pounds of crawfish do you guys buy normally for Saturdays?
We've been doing Sundays, and we do between 7 and 10 sacks. So we're usually doing about 250, but we've been selling out by about 3:30 on Sundays. So part of the deal with the resale this week is I'm trying to get a better idea of how much we need. I think we're going to have about 500 pounds though this week.
Wow.
I'm optimistic we can pour through it all.
Well, I am currently trying to talk Julie into liking crawfish. I guess she's from Florida and it's not a big thing there, and I've taken her a couple times and she can't get into it, and I'm just trying. I'm like, you got to be a good Southerner. You got to like crawfish.
Yeah,
I'm trying, but.
Yeah, she. You know what it is? You gotta this. It's a communal thing, right? It's really. If you've done it before, the best part about crawfish is sitting at a big long table with a bunch of people you may or may not know, and your face and hands are just covered in crawfish, and your hands, your beer glass is covered in whatever the spice in the crawfish remnant, or whatever it is, and you're just you're burning calories as fast as you're eating them, and it's you can just do it all day, and that's the best part of it. So I'd say I think that's why I want to come pick some up this weekend. We may do that for sure. I might actually get over my public phobia and get out there and and come grab some, because it gives you that little feeling of when you are with people. It's those like the I don't know. It's just it's that part of it. It's a communal thing. So
yeah, I agree. And we're trying to make it. We're gonna have a tent set up where you can pull up with gloves. We'll just hand you your crawfish to go. So if people don't want to. If they're feeling nervous, they can. In fact, they probably don't have to come to a complete stop. Just slow down to a mile or two an hour, and we'll hand it through the window, right?
The next development will be like what do you call it? A trebuchet, and you can stay right out there on 20 on 20. You can just launch it to it.
Just fire it over to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people for this event, people can prepay.
Yep.
So they don't even have to make no cash. No cards are exchanging hands.
That's correct. We'll even throw it. If you're worried about us getting close, we'll toss it. Roll down the window and we'll toss it to you.
Or you could have like a table set up and you say, all right, I'm putting your crawfish on this table, and then they could just drive up and pick it up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just put it on there.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. We'll walk out to Spring Cypress and hand it to you as you just slow down to 30, and we'll try and time it as we toss it in the window.
Work on that rugby toss. That's the perfect toss for a big plate full of crawfish.
We could hang it from the mailbox, and they could just grab it with a hook when they drive by. There's all kinds of things we can do.
Oh man, this is gonna be good.
What I've found though, I gotta admit, is really that is not our challenge. Our challenge is people thinking picking up to go means they can hang out for 45 minutes and pound beers and talk with it's not so much that they're not scared of that. It's that, hey, by the way, technically you can't be here. So.
Yeah. No. We're gonna have to.
So
super soakers.
We have a big grassy area though that we can't really control. If you decide to bring a blanket and sit down and walk back and forth and buy beers from us and drink them there.
Oh, there you go. You need a super soaker full of hand sanitizer or something.
That's right.
So just no hanging out in the tap room.
That's my understanding.
Yeah. All right. So last night I went to Great Heights to get these crowlers, Julie and I, and it's not. So there's basically just one guy working. You go up. They have the sliding door open, and you go order your crowlers, and he goes back into the tap room and pours them and brings it back. So, we're doing that, and then it's getting close to 8 o'clock, and there's a line building up behind us. And so we get our 3 crowlers, and then the guy behind us is like, I'll take 6. and he's like, okay, you can have 6. Make sure you tell everyone standing behind you that we're closed.
Oh, no. Did he do it? Did he take all 6 and then...
I don't know. He went to go fill up all 6, and that's when I left. we can't hang out there, social distancing and all.
Right. You didn't wait to see the chaos.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I just got a message from Landon. Farm Boy is open. Both locations, both Katie and the location right there by your house, can do.
Oh, okay.
Down there on Shepherd, and they are open. They can you can do online orders and they can bring it out to you. So the pickup orders at both locations and whatever, and they'll stay open until their workers are either uncomfortable with whatever's going on or whatever. So the government
is it online orders only, or can you go in there?
He didn't tell me only, but I can ask. But I would say for convenience, do the online order and get your supplies ready just for time, and they can even bring them out there to you, just like
I like pouring and milling my own grain.
Well, it's a time of sacrifice there, Kennedy. You can't go putting your hands all over everything all the time.
Like my face.
All right, those days have passed you by. Yeah.
Oh, no, John, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
That's going to be the new horror movie. Like, instead of some guy with a big machete, it's just somebody with a cough.
Yeah, it's like the meme that's been going around is like, I used to cough to cover my farts. Now I fart to cover my cough.
Yeah.
Yes. It's seriously plus it's allergy season, and it's like, you get every time I get a little bit of like, okay, I was outside like actually pulling weeds and stuff, and then it's like, oh no, oh no, this is it. This is it.
I've got one better for you. I was in Milan, Italy the last week of January. And then I was on a flight back from Germany like 3 weeks ago. So I was all around it apparently, but I think I'm okay. So.
Yeah, you look fine. You feel fine?
I do actually feel fine. I'm quite confident I don't have it.
Yeah, you can carry it for like 2 weeks before you show symptoms.
Yeah, so I was on the flight from Germany like 3 weeks ago, so I'm sure. I'm pretty sure I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Sorry, I'm trying to message as we talk. It's
I got a question for you guys, right? It's like, how long? And I've got my theory. How long are breweries closed?
Beyond, you're just talking about like tap rooms?
Yeah. How long until we see a tap room that is back open in Harris County?
So I'm not sure, but I think they're at the mercy of the city, because the city is closed all the restaurants. So I think once the city decides, we can open restaurants, they'll start the tap rooms will probably immediately open.
Yeah. So I guess my question is, when do you think that is?
Oh.
I'm gonna say like May 15th.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That would be outstanding timing because our 1 year anniversary is May 16th. I would be wholeheartedly in for that one, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say a month. Another month.
Hey, Danny's watching. How are things up there? Sorry, I interrupted everything. So he can comment. Hey, Danny, thanks for watching. How are things
Danny,
up in
question for you, Danny. How are the toilet paper sales in Wichita Falls? Can you go to H-E-B and buy toilet paper?
Yeah, what's up with the toilet paper?
It's just it's nuts to me, like, that people are looking at the possibility of like having this shelter in place, being stuck in their homes for like forever, and before people decide to stock up on food, they went straight for the toilet paper.
Yeah, you got a shower right there. I've told my kids we've had to be diligent about these things. So I've told my kids only wipe every other time. So that's how we're handling it.
Dude, you have a house full of girls. I mean, you got to be going through at least 2 rolls a day there.
Yeah, that's why I said
I right now have my wife in dividing the 2-ply into 2 single-ply rolls.
Oh, by the way, so Jules informed me like about, I don't know, right when the toilet paper craze just started. Like, oh, we're low on toilet paper. Can you go see if they have any? And I'm like, she was out of town. I'm like, they don't. So we ordered. She ordered a box of toilet paper from Amazon, and it got here a couple days ago. I've got 60 rolls of toilet paper because that's the only thing we could get. Is 60
you did before
rolls.
you announced it on this show. Everybody knows the area you live. You just said you live right there by a farm boy and.
Well, no one knows exactly, but anyway,
they're going to be going door to door.
If you're a close friend of mine, there's no way we're going to be going through 60 rolls of toilet paper. So I'll say it right now. I'll give you guys some toilet paper if you need some.
Okay.
See, that's the community coming together. That is crossing all political divides to say we have toilet paper for you.
Yeah.
I have toilet paper. Anybody needs toilet paper? And I know you. I'm not giving toilet paper away to strangers.
Okay. Well, we're all family here on this show, right? So it's all good.
No, Josh,
All
if you're running low on toilet paper, I'll be happy to give you. Oh, so not only is it toilet paper, it's like industrial stuff, and they're individually wrapped rolls of toilet paper.
Oh, is it like that John Wayne toilet paper?
No,
Yeah.
it's Angel Soft 2-ply.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I mean, it's not John Wayne.
Yeah.
What is that? Rough, tough, doesn't take shit off anybody?
That's
That's
exactly what. Yeah, that's John Wayne toilet paper.
I still like the salad sprayer. I actually had the idea of the salad sprayer on your toilet years ago. I don't understand why we use toilet paper when we have the option of spraying that stuff down. I don't know.
Has there been a
like-
run? There has to be have been a run on bidet toilet lids, right? Could Amazon has anybody checked?
I don't know. I know there needs to be.
So, my parents live in Europe, and I've been to visit them like several times. They have bidets in every bathroom there has a bidet, and I still never worked up the courage to use one.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Now,
You're
get
missing
yourself.
out.
I know. You can get yourself super clean. You don't have to use toilet paper. I mean, I'm sure there's no clean butt like a bidet clean butt. But
Kennedy sure is bougie. He's got parents that live in Europe, and he visits, and he lives in Garden Oaks. You're very hip.
He is, and look at that hair.
I mean, yeah, sure,
And that hair's grown out.
absolutely.
Yeah. John, you've been around. You see, how the countries you go to. You're a well-traveled man. What the countries do most countries use bidets, or is it just like is it just the Europeans?
I think you'll see them in Asia too. So you'll see Asia, Europe for sure. I think a good bidet is quite nice.
Right? Do they warm the water?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, there's a temperature control.
For sure.
Why?
That's
Why is
that's
this not a
the key
thing?
to the-
Why is this not? I mean, literally, when you think about it.
I actually listened to a podcast on bidets in America, and it goes back to way back, and it's a lot of old Puritan laws where bidets were associated with prostitution, because apparently that's prostitutes use that to clean themselves,
Sure.
and that's one of the main reasons why they way back when they never took a hold.
Oh, well,
Huh.
we need to rethink that whole thing.
I know.
That's a knowledge bomb right there from
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kennedy.
No, it makes sense, but I think we can Americanize these bidets. So what I'm thinking is, Jose brought up a good point. They don't like you don't like a wet butthole, but the thing is it doesn't have to stay wet. You rinse
No.
that thing out, and then you use when you go through the car wash, they have the big fans. Throw a fan on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Dry it out. I think that might be, if there's a company that makes bidets, I think it's going to be, that's the stock to buy right now. Look for a company that's about to start selling bidets to Americans. That's on the back end.
And so I will say this: American bathrooms easily twice as big as your general European bathroom.
1,000% correct.
Yeah,
1,000%.
but European bathrooms, doesn't matter how small they are, they're going to stick a bidet in there. You got your toilet, You got your bidet right next to it. Here, you just got room for whatever.
So with the bidet, do we need to add? Okay, one, is there like a soap dispenser on a bidet? I want some soap too. It's like a soft soap, foamy soap kind of thing, or no? Is it just straight water?
It's straight water that
Straight
I'm aware
water.
that I've seen.
See, I think we got to go soap dispenser, and then we need an air dryer.
Yeah, think
you
about
would-
think about a water fountain. You're basically squatting over a water fountain.
You would need a rinse cycle, then I would think this is soap, rinse, dry.
Yes. Okay. Well, you need spray, soap, then rinse, then yeah. So you need a spritz to get the soap all good and foamy, and then you're gonna need to rinse, and then you need the dry, and then maybe like just like a poof of powder, maybe or something. Just a little.
I'm definitely down with that one. A little powder.
Yeah.
I think we're getting dangerously close to a place where we're not going to be able to dynamite somebody off of. Yeah, that sounds like a place I could just sit for a while, right?
I know, right? You just put a laptop stand in front of that thing, and you're all good to go.
Just thinking,
Well,
what are you doing? Nothing.
I mean, there's cleaning, and then at some point you're just having fun.
That's right.
Yeah, but you dry, and then a little poof of I don't know, talc or something like that. It is Houston. You're going to need it on the old undercarriage anyway. In anywhere from May on, May to end of October at least.
Yeah.
So that's what we need. So we need the bidet with the spray with the warm water. You need the soap dispenser. Then you need an air dryer, and then you need a little like a mini catapult with the little thing of.
Let me ask you a question.
What?
So, is a soap dispenser necessary? I mean, do you currently use soap after you do your business?
No, I'm saying I use toilet paper because I'm a savage American. But what I'm saying is now.
Well, I hope with that toilet paper you're mixing in a wet wipe or two.
I mean, no. I mean, when you're out and about, that's why we're having so many plumbing issues now. People are flushing their wipes. They're wiping down the counters and flushing them.
I feel like we got some shared IP on this thing we've just come up with.
Yeah.
This is a joint IP. The three of us look like we're going to be in the bidet shitter business.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's the next. It really is the next. It's
I
like
mean,
what we need.
honestly, I think I think there is money in this. I think it's a gold mine, especially after the toilet paper rush. Like, oh shit, there's no toilet paper. Would we be in this? Would we be in this issue if we had a bidet?
That's right. We're not.
Probably not.
I feel like if you had one of these at a brewery, it would hands down be the most desirable brewery to drink at.
Yeah.
For a good set.
And Jose brings up a good point. You could just put some Star Sand instead of the soap. You just throw the Star Sand up.
I feel like that might burn. Maybe no.
No, don't fear the foam.
It would burn. It would burn.
Have you ever put Star Sand on your butt?
Again, this. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. Burn
Yeah, maybe.
Little burn might be considered a positive.
Right, we've always missed the burn. I don't know. Feel it though. You got to feel the burn. But seriously, no. When you use Star Sand and you're depending on the concentration, obviously. But when you're getting bottles out of a big bottling bucket full of Star Sand, it does it. I don't know. It would be a mixture of Star Sand and water. It wouldn't just be straight Star Sand. You have to figure out what the proper ratio is for undercarriage. I don't know. Does anybody, John, do you know anybody at the Star Sand Corporation?
Yeah, we can maybe. I'm telling you, I think we've got a little momentum around this whole ass cleanliness thing, right? So I think
emphasis on the whole. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're charging to a good place where there's a significant business behind this.
Yeah. So we're not the heroes that you wanted. We're the heroes that you needed. I just watched Batman.
You have the opportunity, John, to be the first brewery with the bidet.
I tell you what, we come up with this. I will commit Fortress Beer Works to being the first one to install the bidets in the facility.
Let's do this. Okay, so we need. You know who we probably need to talk to? Whoever develops like the Buc-ee's car wash. We just need to flip those things upside down and scale them down for buttholes.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. They already talk about an undercarriage wash. They spray the stuff up there. It's kind of the same concept.
I think it's a different undercarriage they're talking about.
Undercarriages be undercarriages, bro. Yeah. Anyway, just saying. It's all things to think about. Hey, it's already 1 o'clock.
Is it?
It is.
What's today? What's today? October?
Yeah, it's October 14th, 2024, and I don't know. But anyway, Kennedy, listen. Today's my Friday. Yesterday was my Monday. So I've got to work today, but y'all don't have to end the show just because of me. If y'all want to keep going, it's totally up to y'all. Because we're doing this. You're at the Studio South. You make the call. Skype other people in. I can call somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be the host.
No, I never wanted to be the host. Let's get this straight.
All right,
Never.
Job security. Boom.
I was supposed to push buttons and do the technical stuff.
And never talk.
Yeah, but here I find myself talking about cleaning my butthole.
Listen, there's only so much beer we can talk. We can talk about beer, and we can only drink so much beer. The good Lord only gave us one liver, and that's probably by design. He had the brewers in mind. He wanted you to keep.
Well, I don't think it's any coincidence. I don't think it's any coincidence that your liver is the second largest organ of your body.
That's true. What's the first largest?
Your skin.
There you go. I'm glad you knew that.
Yeah.
He answered without even blinking, too.
Yeah. Kennedy's random facts.
Yeah, random facts, Kennedy.
Kennedy, I don't know. With your looks, there was zero chance you were going to avoid being front and center of the podcast.
Hold on. Are we looking at the same thing?
I'm just telling you, man. You got a face for podcasting for sure. The video casting, I should say.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Jose wants to know what y'all's opinions are about DeAndre Hopkins getting traded. Kennedy's all torn up about it. Kennedy, do you even know
I've
who?
got something to say. Fuck Bill O'Brien.
Oh, yeah. I've been seeing all these Bill O'Brien memes coming around.
I don't. What are they thinking? I don't. I'm baffled. Anyway, I don't get it.
I have no words.
Yeah, that's about it. That's about where we need to be. I think that's about. Do you think does he keep his job? Does he want to get fired? Maybe he wants to get fired. Maybe he needs unemployment. I don't know. Anyway, who knows?
Well, I mean, I don't really know too much about all this, but I'm assuming he's not the only one. Like, it's not strictly 100% his call.
I think it is. He's the GM. He's the king over there nowadays. So
yeah. Here's one conspiracy theory. It could be like maybe they see that this season is going to be super light, like attendance wise and all that kind of stuff. Maybe they're trying to strip it down before the season hits to try to, mitigate losses or something. Maybe the rodeo was such a big hit that's a conspiracy. I don't know.
I think the simplest solution is he's just not very good at what he does.
Yeah.
And screwed it up.
Yeah. When whether you're an evil mastermind or just plain dumb, always go with just plain dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that whole razor thing, whatever the simplest the answer is probably the right one.
Yeah, Ockman's razor. You got it. Absolutely. All right. Jose wanted me to explain it to Kennedy. Kennedy, it's like if Miranda left Sex in the City.
Is she the old one, the older one?
Miranda's the redheaded one, isn't it?
Oh, there's a shocker. I've never watched.
Is she not? I don't know. I got to admit, I thought that she was a redheaded one.
I've never watched Sex in the City.
Oh well, now we've all got time. Y'all want? Let's do that. Let's start watching that too. We can do we can do a show like where we talk about each episode. I don't want to do that at all. I'd pick almost any other show than that. But
I think I'll choose coronavirus over that.
Yeah.
All right. Kennedy, can I persuade you to, if I can find a guest for tomorrow? John, what are you doing tomorrow?
Hold
This
on.
could be
I'll tell you what, Josh. I'll tell you what. If you come up with something to talk about, and not just us rambling about bidets, not that that wasn't an important conversation.
Yeah.
Something important we could talk about.
Yeah.
I'll do the show tomorrow.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, I got you. I mean, the bidet thing. I think we're about to make our. This is about to be where everything turns around for us.
Yeah.
And
See, the problem is we should have been having this bidet conversation in private. Now everyone's going to go steal our ideas.
That's the biggest issue is we've exposed our IP to the world.
Oh. Yeah, but they still have to execute, and they don't have the marketing that we do here on Liquid Lunch. Right?
Nor the
you mean the marketing department, which is.
No, I'm just saying, like this live stream. Look at us. They can't do it like this, right?
Wow.
Or can they?
This is true. This is true.
Yeah. But they wouldn't have as cool graphics. No, we need to work on that. No, we'll figure something out. Yeah, we're doing a show tomorrow.
Yeah, if we actually have like topics and something concrete to talk about, and it's not just a Seinfeld episode.
No, look. This thing is developing daily, and I'd like to get more people's takes on. I don't know. As things move along, John, you can you can come back anytime tomorrow, even just to like. I don't know. I think currently the thing to watch for is that how this thing plays out is that currently people are able to go get beer to go. People are able to. They do have a little bit of money, but if everybody is in the same boat with no job, then it gets real dicey real quick. So
yeah, I would say you could probably build a show around. There's going to be breweries that probably don't come out of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
there's
unfortunately.
That whole question around May 15th and kind of why I was asking, right? So we're currently that's kind of my date is like that second week of May is I'm preparing for and hoping it's sooner, but I think that's realistic. If it starts going past that, we're probably in a pretty bad place for bars, restaurants, breweries, brew pubs, the whole thing, right? I think you could probably have a pretty interesting conversation of what the impact today is. Because restaurants obviously aren't buying beer, right? So your keg distribution is going to be almost nil. So there's probably our cash burn is not insignificant while we're closed, right?
Yeah.
So the beer to go helps, but it's kind of like it's bailing water on a boat that's sinking with a red Solo cup. So I think if this stretches past that May 15th mark, we're not in a good place.
Yeah.
I think we're as Fortress, we're pretty prepared to weather the storm. We're doing some things now and pulling levers that I think we can survive. I'm confident we'll definitely survive. But I think it's going to be pretty rough if it starts to stretch into the summer months.
Yeah. Yeah, you get to a point where the only what can you look back to? You can look back to Prohibition. That was a much longer time when people changed business models and things like that. And perhaps this is even different than that. It's not just that you can't make this one thing; it's you can't go and do and be at a place. So it's there's never been something like this. So
no, if we shelter in place now, the to-go beer is dead, right? So it's not a great place for anyone to be right now. A good example. So there's a company in town, Spectrum Catering. They do a lot of the big catering stuff. They do like the Wood Forest Club at the Woodlands, the Hobby Center restaurant, all this. They literally laid off everyone. So they've got no staff. So all of those people, it's not like they can just turn around tomorrow and go, hey, I'm going to go grab a couple of bartending shifts here. It's just not there. So the service industry is in a pretty bad place right now.
Yeah.
So while we're talking about service industries, real quick, I want to mention Southern Yankee, and they are offering free pizza, pepperoni or cheese pizza, to anyone who's gotten laid off from the service industry. So that was really cool, those guys to do that.
Good job, Sydney. She's they do cool things over there, and we're big fans. So I think that's it's not, does it moves the needle, right? It shows that, look, there's people out here that give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you could probably the seriousness of what's happening is not. It's gonna be rough if it goes past, I think, May.
Yeah.
I know. We're only like a week and a couple days into this. I mean, it could go on for easily another month.
Oh yeah.
I think I suspect, or my prediction is, you're going to see some consolidation come out of this. I think you're going to see some people getting in a pretty probably uncomfortable place, and they're going to get either combined or scooped up. So that's usually what happens in times like this.
Mm-hmm.
You probably have a show about that. I'm sure you guys have heard, there's a brewery being purchased by another brewery in town. I think it's maybe not the best kept secret, but that's probably a good one. That's a good topic for tomorrow too, if you want to dive into.
Yeah. Okay. I'll start sending out some messages. See who and yeah. Well, so let's plan on doing a show tomorrow, Kennedy, because I gotta go work.
All right. If you actually do some research and have some like actual talking points.
I like how he tries to put a caveat on it, like we need something to talk about to talk.
I mean,
talk for an hour. It's been over an hour.
Well, I know. I mean, I know we can do it. That's not the issue.
Yeah. Well, wait. You got somewhere to go?
No, I mean, if we're gonna be the voice of the community,
yeah, we'll get
I
the
think we
community
should have something relevant at this point.
Yeah, no,
especially at this time.
Okay. Well, let me talk to people, because people are my that's my business, or the people. Anyway,
right.
I don't know that. All right. Well, John, thank you so much for being on today, and everybody, Fortress Beer Works with the crawfish and beer to go this weekend. It's a
go out Sunday.
Yeah.
Saturday.
I'm sorry.
20th. Starting at 11 a.m.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. So
I've been drinking.
If it works, then we might do Saturday and Sunday next weekend. So we're gonna try and do this as long as we're closed.
Okay. Jose says he'll be there. And
Jose, come look me up, man. Give me whatever those foot things or elbow bump or whatever it is, or I'll throw a beer at you, do something.
Maybe flags like they do with the sailing.
Yeah, that's right.
The small flags.
I acknowledge you.
That's right.
Here's a flag.
All right. Well, Kennedy, you good? Okay, we got to wrap it here.
Okay. Well, I quickly want to touch on some. If you guys need to go, that's fine. I'm going to really quickly touch on.
All right, I got to go. So take yourself. You two go do a 2-shot, and I'll go.
I don't have a 2-shot ready for me and John.
Well, then do a shot at you. I don't know, and then get one. Put something up.
I'll do all that. John, thanks a lot.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, guys. Think a lot of you guys on the podcast.
Yeah, you have an open invitation anytime you want to hop on, and we may be picking up some extra episodes here in the near future. And you seem to be in the know. So
no, we're definitely doing that.
If you want to come on again, just
Let's
you
do
know,
it.
yeah, just shoot us a message or something.
I definitely will. I look forward to it, man.
All right. Thanks, John.
So, bye,
Awesome.
John. So,
thanks, guys.
see ya. All right. So, Kenny, you sticking around to talk?
Yeah, I'm just gonna really quickly mention some of I know it's been a big thing. How do we support the local community? So I have like 4 things to say. If you need to go.
I do need to go. I will. We'll be back tomorrow, though.
Okay.
All right. Toodaloo. Good job today. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Bye.
Bye. All right. So now everyone's stuck with me. So now it's a little weird, but I just want to really quickly. I'm gonna. All right. So if you're looking to go sales, Astral Brewing. Boy, I should have some music to play in the background. Astral Brewing to go sales 4 to 6. through Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, noon to 5. Go there, get your beer to go. Great Heights currently 3 to 8. Get your beer to go. I went yesterday. Got some crowlers. They actually have really, really good deals on crowlers. Most of them are only. The Kolsch I had was $6 for a 32-ounce crowler, so you really can't beat that. And then there's also all the other crowlers are $10. Like the Fruity Pellets, $10 for a 32-ounce crowler. You can't beat that. Walking stick to go sales 4 to 6 daily. Go out and support those guys. If you notice, I live in the Garden Oaks area, so it's going to be kind of central to my place. And let me see. Then out to Southern Yankee. Absolutely, they have to-go sales going on every day, 11 to 7. They also have their full food menu available. So you want some pizza, want some to go, some beer to go, definitely check out those guys. They're doing really good things. If you're part of this, if you recently were laid off from the service industry, make sure to go check out Southern Yankee. Free pizza. Anyone laid off in the service industry, free pepperoni or cheese pizza, and I will tell you from personal experience, their pizza is really, really good. Okay, and that's really all I have to say. If you're always go out and support your local brewery, they have check their Facebook pages, which is what I did. See if they're having beer to go. I think most of the breweries are doing beer to go sales. Typically, they probably have some specials. If not, even if they do have specials, these guys are just trying to make it. I'm fortunate. I'm still working through all this, so I was able to give them like a really big tip, and I appreciate what they do, and I want to see this go. All right, everybody. I'm no good at myself. Is anybody even still watching? Let's see. I got people still watching me. I'm surprised. All right, so this is Kennedy. Everybody left me. Everybody just up and left me. Hold on. One last thing before I go. Everybody, be careful out there. As a community, we're going to make it through all this stuff. Once again, trying some Mo Inclined. I will leave you guys on this note. Cheers.